So this is Portugal, Alvor. If you're staying at the club Alvorferias, you'll enter from this area, which goes through to Portimao or over to the A22 motorway. I'm driving through past the Pure Health Clinic, which I believe is a spa. Not really looked in it, not seen it open. Driving down towards reception. There's lots of apartments all around. Lots of trees, lots of greenery, flowers in abundance. It's a beautiful sunny morning. Now we've been here almost 2 weeks. We go on lots of different types of holidays. We book villas. We normally book flights, then villas, then transport separately, hiring a car. Coming down to reception. Very basic reception. Speak basic English. Now we booked with Jet2 holidays this time, which we don't normally do. It's a package holiday. We just literally did it 4 or 5 weeks before we came for a cheap deal. Tennis court, TUI. There's a snack machine and a coffee machine. Little atrium. Business centre with a desk, a computer, a printer. TV and lounge area. Mostly Portuguese TV, bit of news. Not much going on. That's obviously a baggage area, you can store your bags. Toilets. We got a really cheap deal for this holiday, included transfers from the airport, but we, however, did book a car. Then shortly after we booked our trip, we decided to ask mother-in-law if she fancied coming along. She fancied a week, so we booked her a 1-bedroom apartment with the flights and transfer coming in the same time as us, but then leaving the following week while we stayed on a week. We purely booked this hotel because there was kids areas. We have a 3 and a 5-year-old. This is the kids club. We clearly know what to do. Now there is a kids club that's manned, where you can put your kids in for the day to play. And we knew that wasn't running until May. We come in April. But we did think there'd be an area for kids to play on, which clearly isn't. There's 2 areas just like this, with nothing in them. Games area, air hockey, some pool tables. No idea what works in here. We have seen it lit up in the daytime with all the lights flashing. Obviously coins taken and everything. So this would be okay for teeny tiny kids, maybe for 20 minutes, half an hour, up to 10, 12. We also booked this because there's 2 pools, 2 restaurants. However, when we arrive, we find there's only 1 cafe bar open, but it does serve breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's open till 10. There's one pool out of the 2 open, but obviously it's low season. The food isn't too bad. Breakfast, eggs, toasties, French rolls, omelettes, hamburgers. They also do pizza. You can get beer, wine, full bar. Prices aren't too bad for a hotel. Relaxing area. Tiki bar, not open, low season. Toilets by the pool. The pool is absolutely bitterly cold. My son went in for 10 minutes and shivered. Just splashed around. My 3-year-old daughter would not even get in. She just kept saying it was too cold. She had her feet in for 5 minutes. Our mission was to teach the kids how to swim while we're here. But Mum ain't going in that water. And Dad's avoided it too. There is a lot of apartments around here. Lots of little walkways. The shrubbery is quite nice, pretty to look at. Guest information, that's the other side of where we were looking through with all the plants and things, the other side of reception. This is a spa at the club Alvorferias. The only shop on site unless you walk into town. They've got lots of things for the kids to play with in the freezing cold pool. Handy towels. $14.90, $9.90. These feel quite nice. A little beach bag. Kids cover ups. €9.50. I think I paid about £8 for the children's in England. Toys, keep the kids entertained. Alvor, that's quite cute actually. More dragons. I have a magnet. Got some magazines in English. Oh, perfect. Thank you. We need a magnet for our fridge. And we've got the main shop of the spa. Delicious olive oil and fresh fruit and veg. The size of those grapes, man. Yeah, wall globes. Not cheap, but it is an on-site shop at the end of the day. The meat and the cheese is quite nice over here. Some frozen meals once you get the oven working. Quick meals, pies. Branded. Delicious sardines, which is famous in Portugal, sardinas. You find those a lot cheaper in the Aldi and the little stores. Like half the price. all your washing powders, washing liquids, cleaning. Without any amenities. Star Coffee is quite nice. And then local cakes. They're delicious. The bread's quite nice here too. The boat in the middle of the shop. You see this a lot actually, with it being a fishing place. Now the spirits are quite expensive in here compared with Lidl and Aldi. But you can still get a decent bottle of wine. It's a good price, $3.80 for white. Plenty for under a £5. You can get a litre box of white for 89 cents in Aldi. But the wines are delicious here. But again, lots of them are grown. Even imported wine's quite cheap because they don't have all the taxes like we do in the UK. Sangria. Our apartment right opposite the spa, which is quite handy when you're looking if it's still open. Two little monkeys. Who let the kids out? So this has been our apartment for 2 weeks. In the club Alvorferias, Alvor, Portugal. Now, it's been very, very spacious, exceptionally clean. The cleaners come around every other day, but miss Saturday and Sunday. They haven't actually been for 3 or 4 days because they turned up when we were in once and then didn't come back because we were leaving in a couple of days. Got a nice big lounge area, dining area for 4 plus an extra chair. There's a fold-out bed in here. Nice and bright, all the windows and doors open. Not the best view. Looking out onto the street, you can see when the spa is open and closed. Allow them to leave the house. We've got heat and air conditioning. Dresser. It's 2 bedrooms, so we've got the master bedroom for Mum and Dad. Little door out to the balcony there. The bed is supposed to be an orthopedic mattress. It's been absolutely the most uncomfortable bed we've ever experienced in a hotel. And we've had many, many sleepless nights in the last 14 days. The balcony out here, a bit cloudy today, overlooks the shrubbery at the back. We've got the other view from the tennis courts. The football pitch is just behind the trees there, and I believe this is supposed to be the volleyball pitch, which is advertised but doesn't mention that it's not actually in use yet. Some building works going on at the back. That's not disturbed us at all. Obviously building some new apartments there, and there's a door on this balcony that leads into the children's bedroom, or the second bedroom. Little heater in here. You probably get warmer off a matchstick. 2 single beds in the other room, dressing table. There's plenty of storage in both of these rooms with hanging space, shelves and drawers. There are 2 bathrooms, which is quite handy when you've got young children because you can guarantee one needs a wee while you're in the bath. This one's a shower room. And this one is a full bathroom with shower and bath. A few spiders hanging around. Obviously needs a bit of updating to be done. The hot water is in a tank. It makes one bath and then you've got to wait for a couple of hours until the water heats up again. And then we've got a decent sized kitchen for an apartment. Leads out onto the balcony, and there's another door that goes from the living room onto that balcony. Cups, saucers, plates, your cutlery drawers, a few basics in there, not much to go at. Some cupboard space, there's a mini fridge with a tiny freezer space at the top there. We've got microwave, toaster, kettle, all of which work perfectly, but we've only got one plug, so you've got to use each item individually. So if you're doing beans on toast, one goes cold while the other's being cooked. The maids do not do any washing up, and they don't move anything from the lounge. If you leave a cup in there, they literally just come in, change or make the beds, clean towels and clean down the bathrooms and the floors. That's all the maids do, but the place is pretty clean. There's a few pots and pans. Now the cooking bit's quite important to us. We've got 2 young children with fairly strict routines. We don't like to mess with them too much. Keeps the happy kids. So the kitchen was a pretty important factor for us. The frying pans aren't non-stick, so if you're frying up any eggs, bacon, sausages, they do stick to the bottom of the pan. And the cooker is a 3 gas, 1 electric hob, and a full cooker. Now this wasn't actually working for the first 3 days, so I was a little bit stuck to a microwave and toaster, but when my husband came out a little bit later, he managed to get it going with the gas bottle outside, but when he got it going, one of the rings was leaking, so we had to light it to make it safe and have it lit while we were using the cooker. The oven didn't work until the gas ran out, and I called the maintenance, and then they came over and fixed the oven knob as well. The staff here have been fairly good, apart from the first night when he gave me the wrong key. Balcony, door from the lounge into the balcony, a couple of plastic chairs. The only other problem was, if you try and use the air conditioning and the microwave, the electric tends to cut out. But thankfully they showed me where the fuse box was, so I could flick it back on if I needed to. So we generally had to turn the heat or the air conditioning off while we did any cooking. And the TV's slightly dated. Got maybe 2-3 English channels, which are all news. The rest is Portuguese, but when you turn it on, you're just watching a snowy picture. You can barely see what's going on. It's okay for a bit of background noise, I guess. Quite dated. You expect this in Portuguese apartments, and most hotels, to be honest, they are quite dated. But we didn't pay a lot, and we're not buying the place at the end of the day. It was just a base for a couple of weeks, and Portugal's well worth coming to. It's beautiful. Would I come back to this complex? Definitely not.